action should be taken sooner, because I feel like we're kind of like late, just with other events like in the past years, like the fires. We'd always been like let out, later than other places, I guess.
The university responded pretty well given the situation. They tried to keep us on campus, and the way I see it is they tried to keep us on campus as much as they could before there was no other option, which I think was one of the best ways to go. Like I was just following the news, and as LA County and as Ventura County and as places around us started getting more cases, that's when the school took action. They did it really quickly and they did it really decisively. So I think it was a really great way. It's super stressful. I can't imagine how tough that decision must have been to make. So I think it was really great the way that the administration and everything handled it.
They didn't do it soon enough. My parents live by CSUN, so I already knew that CSUN was shut down. Long Beach, I feel like they should have closed campus today.
I think that they were really good about it, and they were trying to be as cautious as possible. So I applaud them, and I'm really grateful that they're putting their students first and canceling school.
I feel like the university is taking a great response because it really shows that they care for the students' health, and they're very trying to protect us not to get sick and the staff. So it really shows that they care.
Well, I feel like it's necessary because a lot of the other schools around the area, right, they've already, canceled school. They've switched to online, already by now. Like, a lot of the UCs and the other Cal States, like CSUN, Fullerton. I feel like it's the right move because there's a lot of, paranoia around this area in general because you know that there's people that have coronavirus, at Point Magoo, that I heard. So there's people within the area that I think that it's best to just, move stuff online.
I feel good and bad about it. Some of my classes, my teachers are transitioning it, but I'm worried about some of my lab classes. How are we going to transition that? Especially since I'm a science major. For me, being in class is more beneficial. So I don't know how it's going to be online. I've already had my teachers start transitioning it. But I feel like it's good for the school to do. I guess you got to take it day by day to see what's going to go on.
I feel like it's a good way to be cautious about everything that's going on right now. I think it's kind of crazy how all these schools around us were closing and we weren't. But I also feel like it's going to be hard just because I do have labs and I have research to do. And so for things to be online, it's just going to be a little bit harder to do all the things that I need to.
And I feel like that's the best move to, make sure everybody's healthy and make sure nothing's spreading, obviously, the coronavirus. But I think it is going to impact people whether we want it to or not, with learning experiences, learning environments, accessibility, and all of those things.
I feel like I'm kind of against it and with it because, you're making the students get safer. But, at the same time, it's just, it's going to be really hard because I'm not used to having online classes.
Well, I feel yes because, with moving online, the value of this school, I feel like, is the small class sizes because when you take classes here, you have a more intimate relationship with the professors, because it's not as big, so you feel like you're more connected with them. And online, it's when you introduce to that, it's you're more focused on it because you're distracted by your home. Maybe back home you have a lot of interesting things to do, your friends or whatever, to distract you. But here you're more focused because you're actually on campus and interacting with people that have the same goals.
The science ones, it's more beneficial to be face to face with the professor. You can ask questions. But I feel like it's the right choice.
I think my education is going to be impacted just in a very minor way, just because the lab situation. So I have 2 labs to go to, and you can't really do labs online. I can't mix my chemicals online, And so I think it'll be just harder to just learn that way, but we'll get through it.
Definitely. There's no way that it won't be impacted, especially with my biology degree. It's going to be really hard to be in my biology classes and in my chemistry classes online, and in my labs too as well. Like, I can't break open cells and look at their DNA through a computer. So it's going to be a lot harder to do that, and I'm not sure if I'm going to miss out on that learning experience or if I'm going to find some other way to make it up. So this is challenging for us as students, but also for faculty as well, because they're going to have to find some way to make us learn everything. And especially, I know there's other majors that are going to get impacted from this, like performing arts majors. I know that like She Kills Monsters was going to be a performance they're going to do on campus. I don't know how they're going to do dress rehearsals and things like that. I'm not a part of that, but I know that's going to be another thing that's going to be impacted.
I think it is going to be impacted, especially because I'm a visual learner. I'm not the type of person to just look at something and be like, oh, I understand. So I'd rather have a teacher there to teach me, and like if I do need extra help, for that teacher to help me specifically.